Mr. President, I rise today to congratulate my state of Michigan on its 175th anniversary of statehood. On Thursday, January 26, 1837, President Andrew Jackson signed into law the bill granting Michigan statehood. The bill was surprisingly controversial. At the time, Michigan and Ohio had been embroiled in an argument called the Toledo War. Before Michigan was granted statehood, it had to surrender its claim over Toledo, but in exchange, we got the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, one of the most beautiful places in the entire country, I would say in the entire world. So, Mr. President, I think we won that trade. 24 years later, President Lincoln would exclaim, "Thank God for Michigan," when Michigan troops arrived to defend Washington, D.C. during the Civil War. Around the turn of the century, the auto industry took off in Michigan. Henry Ford paid the workers $5 a day to build the Model Ts so that they could afford to buy the cars that they made. That was viewed as revolutionary at the time. Those workers not only created the middle class in this country, and we are very proud that it started in Michigan with our workers, but they made America an international superpower. During World War I, Michigan factories built boats and vehicles that helped turn the tide in Europe. During World War II, Michigan's role became even more important. Auto plants were rapidly converted to military use, building tanks and jeeps and bombers. The nation's first freeways were built in Michigan to connect our factories in Detroit with those in other parts of the state. The iconic image of Rosie the Riveter saying, "We can do it," was based on a real woman named Rose Monroe, who worked at the Willow Run factory in Michigan. After the war, Michigan experienced incredible growth, becoming the home of our American middle class. Only California and Florida saw greater population growth than Michigan in the post-war years. Manufacturing took off across the state and eventually across the country. Farms saw greater increases in production with the invention of new machinery and the adoption of increased specialization. We built the Mackinac Bridge, connecting our two beautiful peninsulas, an engineering marvel that remains one of the largest suspension bridges in the world. And of course, Motown Records and all the wonderful musicians who have come since then. They gave the world some of the most, and I would say the most, wonderful music and the best musicians that have ever lived. The last few years have been tough on all of us in Michigan, but we've been through tough times before, and every time we have come back stronger than ever. We may be 175 years old, but you wouldn't know it. Our economy is growing stronger and more nimble than ever. Great sacrifices have got us to this point as we've moved through great recessions and changes in a global economy. But I'm very, very proud of everyone in Michigan that is working hard and bringing things back. Our auto companies have made an incredible comeback. GM is once again the world's largest automaker. Ford is investing billions of dollars in Michigan plants. And Chrysler is reminding the country that the very best cars and trucks are imported from Detroit. And I am so grateful for all of the sacrifice and hard work of our workers that have helped get our companies to this point. It was great to hear President Obama talk so much about the future of Michigan's economy in his State of the Union speech. We're diversifying to support new technologies and new businesses. The president invited a Michigan worker, Brian Ritterby, who lost his job in the furniture business at age 55 and was able to get retrained and have a new job at a wind turbine factory on the west side of the state. He said, "I'm proud to be working in the industry of the future." And that came because of a concerted effort of all of us working together, not only to help General Motors and Chrysler, but to focus on a manufacturing strategy of the future to make things in America. The President talked about our leadership in clean energy manufacturing and advanced battery technology. In fact, Michigan is now #1 in new clean energy patents. We're doing so much in innovation, in fact, that the U.S. Patent and Trade Office is opening a new office in Detroit in July, the first satellite office in the country. And I'm proud to have authored the provision to name it the Elijah McCoy Patent Office after an African-American inventor whose high-quality products and innovations gave rise to the expression, "Is that the real McCoy?" On Michigan's 175th anniversary, there are so many reasons I'm proud to represent our beautiful Great Lakes state. From our incredible waters to our tradition of manufacturing to our great diversity in agriculture. We make things and grow things in Michigan. We don't have a middle class in this country. We don't have an economy unless we do just that. And Michigan is once again leading the way. But I'm most honored to serve the great people of Michigan who are, without a doubt, the toughest, the friendliest, the hardest working people in the country. The author John Steinbeck once wrote of a trip that he took to Michigan. He said, "It seemed to me that the earth was generous and outgoing here in the heartland, and perhaps its people took a cue from it." And in fact, our people have. So today, as we celebrate Michigan's 175th birthday, we have an incredible history to be proud of, an incredible future to look forward to.
Madam President, representing a state that is coming up on our 350th anniversary, I'm delighted to salute the great state of Michigan on its 175th anniversary.